starting today's game of the Navajo, where we pick up where we last left off with the Navajo crew currently on shore leave as everyone has kind of gone their separate ways. Uh, the captain has returned to Earth with his Klingon wife, Lady Morana, and uh, Lieutenant Knox has returned to Caldos, to visit her mother, while Commander Van Dyer and Lieutenant Commander Solok go on a buddy cop mission to find Solok's mother. With that, though, we are going to start off with Vogel as we go kind of back in time on the promenade at Deep Space Nine. Vogel, you have been sitting in the promenade waiting for your boyfriend, Marcus uh, Riviere. Is that right?
The who?
Your boyfriend.
Yes.
And you've been kind of waiting there for actually several hours, beyond the meeting point. But currently, what are you doing?
Well, if I'm just waiting, I would probably enjoy a nice cup of Rectagino while I'm on Deep Space Nine. You know, a nice little delicacy. And probably be looking at a pad because I think that's what Vogel would do. You know, bring work with her.
And as you wait and wait, uh, starting to get a little worried. Kind of expect him to show up by now. He's usually very punctual.
I will probably check to see if whatever ship he was arriving on might have been delayed.
As you kind of look on your pad and look at the schedule for ships, you find that his ship is indeed docked.
Interesting. I will probably just shoot him a message then and ask him if did he arrive yet.
Okay. As you type in, send your message, walking on the promenade, you see your friend. As she kind of stops and looks like, Vogel, I didn't know you were here. She immediately
Alex,
takes his
what are
seat.
you doing here?
Oh, we just dropped in. I was gonna take some shore leave.
I thought the pasture was still assigned to the. Oh, where were they assigned to? To the Bolian sector.
We got diverted. Captain's giving us 2 weeks before we head off somewhere else. So what are you doing?
I'm actually about to take shore leave myself. I have a trip planned, just actually waiting for Marcus to arrive.
Market? Where is he? It's been almost ages since I've seen the two of you.
Tell me about it. I'm actually wondering that myself. Apparently, the transport he was taking docked already. We were supposed to meet hours ago.
Well, that's unusual. Should we investigate?
I know
I got
it's
all the
definitely
time in the
not
world.
like him. It's definitely not like him, and I am starting to get a little concerned.
Let's go investigate. Come on.
I still can't believe you're here, though. Why didn't you tell me?
Well, it was kind of a surprise, at least for me. Having all my research get put on hold. Oh well, change of scenery is kind of good.
Any luck with your brain parasites? What'd you call it? Sample boyfriend number 3?
Let's be honest, they're parasites.
So yeah, so I'm just gonna see where his ship is docked, and then I will head that direct.
Okay, we're gonna do a roll here. So give me a reason plus con difficulty of 1.
Oh, we have no momentum. Take a threat, because why not? I don't think I have a focus for this.
Gain a momentum. And yeah, as you kind of go
Right.
through the ship's doctrine list, you do see that his ship did arrive and has already departed, or the transport that he was supposedly supposed to be on.
Did I get any response to the message I sent him?
You did not. That's curious. He should be here. Maybe you should go check with the security office.
I was just thinking that maybe see if they logged him as arriving.
I think it's back this way.
You seem to know your way around here already.
We had a brief stop here before we shipped off to the bullion sector. Had a chance to explore. And you enter the security office, and then you see a. You don't see Constable Odo, but you do see a. Technically, it would be. No, there'd be a surface security officer there at the moment. He goes, "Can I help you, ladies?"
Um, yes, I'm actually looking for someone. He was scheduled to arrive on transport, whatever the name of the transport was. Um, he was supposed to arrive a few hours ago, but he hasn't made contact. Just waiting, just hoping to see if maybe he was your systems logged him as arriving.
You have a name?
Uh, yes, Lieutenant Junior Grade Marcus Rivera.
And he checks on the system. According to logs, he departed the vessel um, and arrived here on station.
Is there any chance that you could locate him for me?
And he goes, "Computer, location of Lieutenant Junior Grade Marcus." He kind of looks to you for a second.
Rivera.
Rivera, Marcus Rivera. Here comes like Lieutenant Junior Grade Marcus Rivera is no longer on the station.
What?
Give me a second here. And he starts, double checking. Huh. Looks like he left the part of his station on another ship.
Do you know which ship?
The Fairmount.
When he mentions the name, I'll try to see if I perhaps recognize or know what
You
kind of
never
ship
heard
that
of it.
is.
There's no role that would, make you realize you've heard of this ship.
Yeah, it was a stretch.
Yeah.
Where was the Fairmount heading?
That's interesting. They didn't file a destination plan. Sorry, this is above my pay grade. Well, all that I can say is try to contact your friend to see if he won't get in touch with you. They're still within subspace range. Hey, they just departed an hour ago.
I'll give that a try. Thank you for your help.
My pleasure. Good luck. That is so strange. If Marcus had to leave, he would have told you something, right? It's not like him.
It's definitely not like him.
What
I
if he
mean,
was
even if he
kidnapped?
were to get, even if we were to get orders or something for a mission, he would have said that he would be delayed. This doesn't feel right, Alex.
Okay, that's it, Vogel. We have a mission to find Marcus. So, what's our first step?
I guess we should figure out what kind of ship this is and see if we can't figure out where it's going.
Well, security officer didn't have a flight plan, but maybe we could check the sensor logs and figure out where they're going.
It shouldn't be too hard to figure that out.
We're gonna have to go to. Do you think they'll let us go and use the ops for a little bit? Oh, I could distract, and then you could do your thing.
I mean, I just need access to the sensors for not even 5 minutes, and I could figure it out.
Or are you gonna? How are you gonna get that though? Come on, Sarah.
I know ops would have access to that, but I don't think we'd be able to get access to that. Do you think maybe the security office might have a connection to the station sensors? Or maybe the engineering department? I just need access to a computer.
Have you met Quark?
Quark. I don't think so.
Well,
The only person I've really met on the station was a tailor.
could ask for see if anyone's heard about the ship, too.
True, if they were docs, somebody would know something about. But I guess we could try this Quark.
Well, let's go see. She kind of looks around for a bit. This way, I think.
Can't be any worse than that Orion bar I told you about.
I'm surprised you didn't get any photos. Oh, here it is.
Didn't really have the time or the luxury to get photos of it. You'll just have to live vicariously through my descriptions. Yeah, I guess we'll enter.
It's there is actually. I don't have any tokens in here, other tokens, but there's several individual people in here.
Imagine it be a happening place.
Of course, I should probably re-add their tokens.
I love how old tokens do that. Still.
I don't know if I could really do a proper Quark voice on this impersonation. As the two of you walk up to the bar, see a Ferengi walk up, shining a glass. What can I get the two of you?
I'll definitely let Alex forward first.
I'll take a Long Island iced tea.
Um, I guess I'll have the same.
He kind of, motions like humans. And goes up to the replicator, two Long Island iced teas. And as they synthesize, he puts the two drinks in front of you. Anything else?
Um, tell me, you wouldn't happen to know if any of the crew from a ship called the Fremont happened to come in here, would you?
What's it to you?
I was supposed to meet somebody here, and apparently he might have gotten on board that ship.
Well, I've never met anyone from the Fremont. Perhaps you should check with Starfleet Security or someone in Ops.
Well, we tried that. They seem to have not have logged a flight path.
Apparently, they don't want to let anybody know where they're going.
Maybe you're right.
Uh, your friend Alex leans in. You wouldn't happen to know where we could get access to some sensor logs? Corco's like, that would be very shitty business, and I run a reputable business. As he kind of, motions, Alex goes. She just kind of looks to you, Vogel, for a moment.
Of that I have no doubt, Mr. Quark.
Alex kind of just as she pulls out some latinum and pushes it towards Quark. Rum. Yes, brother. Take these two lovely ladies up to Hollow Suite 2. And hands Ram a pad. Of course. And then it's like, if you follow me, enjoy your Hollow Suite.
Uh, thank you. Ram, was it?
Yes, and then he shows you into the Hollow Suite, loads a program, and you see a console with a display and a bunch of different lights. Um, don't tell anyone. And he just kind of bows and then kind of locks the door and seals it.
I see a computer, I go to it.
It's a just computer terminal. It currently has access to some sensor readings, though it is limited.
Reputable establishment to my eye, as I'll start pouring through the sensor logs.
She goes, apparently, Quark's got this place wired. Probably left over from the Cardassians.
It's very likely.
Give me So how are you going to do this?
Um, well, any ship that entered into this sensor range of the station would probably be on in a sensor log. So I'm going to pour through the logs and see if I can extrapolate where that ship was heading.
Give me reason plus con difficulty of 2 to find the ship.
Okay, I'll use the momentum to get a third. Um, astro navigation focus.
No, you're trying to look for the actual ship, not the navigation yet. It'd be 2 separate
Oh,
rolls what you're doing.
okay, okay.
So like something like starship
Ah,
recognition or
yeah. Yeah, I don't have anything like that. um, no, I think I'll try rolling this like this. I do have a reroll, which I will reroll the 18.
get the momentum back. All right, you managed to find the vessel in question. Give me a reason plus con difficulty of 3 to try to figure out where it's going.
Would this be the astro navigation?
Yes.
Excellent. Um, I'll use the momentum 2 threat. Let's roll some 4 dice here. I will re-roll the 18.
Come on, complication.
Oh, I'm focused now.
So 7. Got it. Gain 4. And you managed to figure out the course they're heading, and I will come back to you later. Uh, as we're going to go, I don't know if
I'm
uh,
back. I'm back. I just didn't want to disturb you.
I just don't know if Solak was back or not. If not, we will cut over to Knox for a bit. Uh, Knox, you come out of your bedroom, and after refreshing yourself from your long
Right.
trip, as you see your grandmother, holding a plate of food and setting them down on the table. Well, hurry
She'll
up. Your dinner's getting cold.
she'll she'll head for a seat.
Then she goes to the ice box, grabs some cold drinks, and sets them on the table.
I'll scan the whatever my grandmother made. I'll scan it for Solok.
There's no.
He likes to cook stuff, and she likes to give him things to cook because she
You,
never
you,
learned.
you make sure you have very, very extensive notes.
I just tricordered scanned my grandmother's
You
cooking.
tricordered
I
it.
tricordered it for you. You've got data. So yeah, she'll dig in and enjoy it, and she'll go. So what was with the barrister? Tell me what's going on.
It's none of your concern, dear.
You sure I might be able to do something about it?
Give me a persuasion check here. So, presence command difficulty of 2.
Okay. Persuading grandma. That's either like, in real life, that's either like a 0 task or it's like a 4 task. Okay. Hold on here. Okay, and you said it was
Presence command difficulty 2.
presence. Oh god, my weak areas. This is why I'm on this ship, is to improve these things. Okay, and I don't think I have any applicable talents or focuses, so um, I'll take my shot at it.
Well, you nailed it. She sighs a little bit. I'm selling the farmland to your cousin.
Okay.
I'm getting too old to take care of it. Seeing how as you have no interest with your father's land, I am selling to someone who I know will take care of it.
Okay, fair enough. Maybe one possibility we discuss, and you just think about this, is we make some arrangements for some people to help out around here. I'm pretty sure I could come up with resources to contribute with that. Because look,
I've already am
at a bit.
doing that, my child. Look, it's hard enough for me to take care of the house at my age, let alone several acres of farmland. Not to mention the horses.
Right, right. Okay. Okay, it's the right move then. Is and that should yield you. You'll be able. So where do you
more
go at?
more than enough to for me to live off for several years. And your cousin has offered to help me with anything, should it be, and I also have a written agreement to make sure that the house and the barn go to you.
Well, listen, if you want, I do get legal through Judge Advocate Guild. I believe there's a way an officer can get legal assistance. So, should you want any contracts looked over, let me know. I'll forward them, and hell, it's connected to me. They can't say no.
It's not the first time I've gone and had some legal business done.
Okay, I trust you.
It's not like someone's trying to come over and take over the house.
No, but it doesn't hurt to have a second opinion whenever it's a contract, right? That's just my opinion, but I trust your experience.
After all, if it wasn't for your cousin, you would have never got out of that little mess you were in.
Yes. So, fair enough.
Now, come on, eat your dinner before it gets cold.
Okay. She'll start eating. Did my grandmother see me scanning the food?
She did. She just kind of like raises an eyebrow, like, Okay.
Oh, after she's like the last bite. Hold on, Grandma. Oh no. Oh. And then she'll be like, okay, so there's this Vulcan that I work with, and he cooks, and he loves to cook things. And I know you're thinking they're all vegetarians, right? Because a third of our field goes to Vulcans, right? Uh, but he cooks things that with meat dishes as well. So for his companions and friends on the ship.
And this Mr. Solak cooks.
She's really good. I get home cooked meals at least once a week. So I get a home cooked meal about once every 2 weeks. He'll do something. It's usually really good too, because he's an engineer, so he views it as an engineering problem. It's really a logic problem. How do you make that meal taste the way it should?
I don't see how logic has anything to do with putting love and care into a good meal.
See, in his mind, love and care break down to a percentage of the activity and what actual physical actions, that you watched the souffle. And I ignored all your cooking lessons, and you're brilliant, you know. But no, he achieves this stuff. Some pretty wild dishes. She'll name off Solok's more recent dishes. So, and Earth dishes attract his attention apparently. So, plus I feed him stuff. I feed him recipes.
So you're gonna try to have him recreate my meals?
I did tell him you had a few legendary items, and we discussed those, and I said I would bring the recipes. But look, I won't surrender this data if you tell me you don't want him to look at it.
I'll tell you what I'll do. You can give him the data if you learn how to cook.
Oh, God. She has a horrified look on her face. Face the board. Learn to cook. Oh, God, she has a horrified look on her face. But she'll go, oh, okay.
You said you were here for a couple weeks now, right?
Yes, Grandma. Yeah, I'll put on the mittens, but we better get a fire extinguisher.
Oh, jeez.
You have no idea what destruction I've done on my own ship.
Well, we best aim to fix that now, shouldn't we?
Yep. Yes, we should.
Now I'm gonna tell you right now. You're not going to scan my prize-winning peach cobbler.
No, I won't. I won't touch it. But if you want to write down the recipe for my friend and coworker, yes, I would love to show it to him. He achieves engineering level precision with his cooking. So
Hmm. We'll see about that.
it's good to see you.
It's good to see you too.
So she'll roll up her sleeves and get ready for the first cooking lesson. I will look at Grandma and go, the instruments I work with generate much, much more heat than this oven.
The cooking lessons can wait until tomorrow. First, I will make a grocery list that you're going to pick up your own ingredients and you're going to make your own dishes.
Okay, again, deer in the headlights look, but she'll go,
The
okay.
first part of cooking,
It's not
dear,
picking up
is to
Wi-Fi.
learn to get the
I was-
proper ingredients.
Okay. I guess I'll be going shopping. But it's evening, right? So this would be an activity for the morning, right?
Right. And
Okay.
she's gonna grab some writing utensils and a little bit of paper and start making a list. In the meantime, while she's doing that, is there anything you want to do?
Hmm. Yeah, I think she's just gonna relax, you know. This was maybe a really good call for her. You know, there's been a lot of high stress situations, so I think she's just gonna enjoy an evening at home in a quiet place, you know.
All right. Solok, ready to jump to you?
Yeah, I mean, I can see everything okay. I just won't be able to roll right now because I'm essentially using a tablet that's not the greatest in the world. But we can move forward.
I thought I saw the touch things enabled.
No, no, it's not the touch thing at all. It's the device that I'm using right now, which is
Okay.
kind of an emergency device, so that way I can participate while I'm dealing with the Wi-Fi issues on my computer.
All right, Solok and Vandar, you are currently in deep space on your way to the Gemulon colony.
Go back to the running the updates because the updates still need to do more. Mr. Van Dyer,
Ah, sorry, my mic was still muted. Yes, I'll let.
please give me your summation of our recent encounters.
Hmm. Allow me a moment to collect myself while I recall.
I ask because I will seek to see if your perception of things is the same as mine.
Yes, of course. We began our journey on what was that station called again? Names, proper nouns.
Osara.
Osara. We began on Osara Station, headed to a bar where you conversed with the barman, a Ferengi, whom you bartered with for information services in exchange for information. I attempted to get robbed, failed. We then went back to the ship, performed some research on the what was the ship name? Something Monarch or
The Sonia Cruz?
Sunny
Sonia
Cruise.
Cruz.
Paramount.
Nothing to do with
Yeah, the
Monarch.
Sonia Cruise.
We were performing research on the Sonia Cruise, trying to find recent stops and passenger manifests. We were successful, and we encountered some Romulans in a more seedy section of the station. Heard them talking about searching for a target. Surmise that that target was probably your mother, though we don't have any verifiable evidence that it is. And we are now heading to the new location that we seem to think the Sony Cruise might have gone to.
The Gemulon system.
The Gemulon system, yes.
And it is your assessment that we should not warn Starfleet or contact Starfleet intelligence because it is possible that the Romulans could intercept that signal.
Yes, I believe that is the wise move in this situation.
I also believe it is logical. It is possible that the Romulans could intercept our signal, though it is also possible that we could send an encrypted signal to Starfleet to inform them of our current adventure. The question
Okay.
here is whether or not it is prudent to inform Starfleet as to our current situation and our current leads.
I believe prudence is not the main issue, but whether or not we would be ordered to stand down.
Yes. Or I could possibly be ordered to do something that would be in direct conflict with my mother's wishes, which would make things difficult.
Also possible.
Then you are in agreement with me that if we do not ask or inform Starfleet of our current situation, then we do not put ourselves and Starfleet in a difficult position of ordering us to do something that we do not wish to do.
Yeah, I can agree with that. If we do not tell Starfleet, uh, I think we're in the moral right to continue on our current path.
What Starfleet does not know will not hurt them.
Wouldn't go that far,
Well,
but
maybe a more accurate statement would be what Starfleet does not know will not hurt us.
that is correct.
I see. I agree with this course of action. And since you agree with it, that is the direction that we shall take. Agreed?
Agreed.
Thank you, Mr. Vandar.
Of course, Mr. Solak.
Before this turns into a knockoff Raymond Chandler novel, I would like to just ask you a simple question here as to whether or not you are comfortable going forward the way that we are going. This is a personal matter on my part that does seem to have somewhat galactic consequences.
I believe that there are multiple issues at conflict here. I think that you have the moral prerogative to go after your own mother and try and persuade her to whatever course of action it is that you seem would be best for her. She is your family, and I, having lost my father, find that um, family is paramount. I
Interesting.
think I think given having weighed the cost and benefits of the potential worst case and best case scenario out of this, then I think we are on a good course. Assuming, of course, very likely that the Romulans are tailing us about a light year back, but not much we can do about that as of now.
Your father, how did you lose him? I am assuming by that you mean that he is no longer of the living.
No, he is no longer of the living. He was the first officer aboard a Starfleet vessel during um the war with the Cardassians.
I see. My condolences.
It's appreciated. But his service inspired me to be where I am today.
It is interesting that you decided to retain, excuse me, it is interesting that you decided to be an officer in Starfleet. You could have joined the Andorian Defense Forces.
I I found that there's a potential to do more good for more people from within Starfleet than there is from within a more regional or sectional based service branch.
Not all Andorians would agree with that assessment, including those as part of the Imperial Guard. You could have joined that service.
They probably wouldn't have agreed, but my path in life is not theirs to determine nor rationalize.
Very logical.
Thank you.
It was always the intention of my family that I should be part of the Vulcan Engineering Academy. They did not disapprove of Starfleet, but they did find it interesting that I decided to join. They felt that my skills should be more in line with what my family had done, in particular what my mother had accomplished in her field. I chose a different path.
I find it odd that they would wants you to follow in the footsteps of your mother despite her banishment from Vulcan. I find that odd.
I suspect that they thought it was a way of some sort of atonement. My mother's actions did stain my family and its name. And as a result, if I were to go and become the sort of inventor, engineer, technologist that she was, it would in some way erase that. I can understand the logic of that, but at the same time, my mother's decisions are hers and mine are mine.
I agree. Very logical yourself,
Thank you.
Mr. Solak.
Thank you. I also felt that if I was to ever make some sort of contribution in a way that was meaningful, Starfleet was the most logical place to do so. My field is engineering. The greatest ships that are built in this galaxy, in my opinion, are built by Starfleet engineers. Starfleet engineers are mostly comprised of humans, and the only way to improve upon that, based upon the limitations of humans, is to have a Vulcan involved.
I see that we had fairly similar reasonings for being here.
Yes, I do see those similarities myself. The conundrum that we will be in, though, is my intention is to persuade my mother to return to the Federation. That will not be a very easy, or even it will not be an easy task. She will resist if I know her well. She will also pretend that she does not know us, especially if we meet her in a public setting. So, therefore, what we must do is we must engage her in a private setting and convince her. Both of those activities will be extremely difficult. Say nothing of the fact that we feel, you and I, we are being monitored by the Romulans, who are also potentially in pursuit of her. There's the possibility of other factions in pursuit of her as well.
Hmm. That is true. I do have an important question for you, though, Mr. Solak. Given her refusal of your request to return to Starfleet, what will you do? What course will you
That
take?
that is a scenario that I have been spending the better part of the last 3.76 hours contemplating, and I do not have a logical answer to that question.
I fear with problems as these, there are no logical answers sometimes.
Logic can solve many problems, but where emotion is in place, logic can have its limitations. My mother does not adhere to the tenets of logic. I have not had a meaningful conversation with her in many, many years. I do not know what she will be like. I do not know how she will react, other than to run away as she has done for so long. Not logical in any way, shape, and form. She seems very motivated by fear, which is, of course, not Vulcan at all.
No, though understandable given her situation.
There are alternatives for her to not be in danger. One of them would be to come with us. She does not seem to want to follow those tenets of logic, which is unfortunate.
Perhaps she fears for her safety through, maybe she's thinking that the Romulans are playing some trick on her, or an attempt to coerce her on board a vessel that is, quote, headed to the Federation, though is secretly not.
I have thought about that. If she were only concerned with her safety, I feel that she would have gone back to the Federation. This is making me wonder or contemplate, is she concerned for others' safety other than her own?
Hmm. That is
Friends,
true.
friends, loved ones, possibly even a new family. People react differently when they have loved ones that are in danger. This is common across all carbon-based life forms that I have encountered.
Yeah,
She is acting in a way that she is trying to protect someone or something other than herself. If she were simply on the run, why would she show herself in public at Deep Space Nine?
very true. Suppose these are all questions that we will need answered once we manage to encounter her. The mechanics of that encounter are going to be very difficult to engineer.
Fortunately for us, engineering is my business. Computer, estimate time of arrival of Gemulon system.
3 hours, 32 minutes, and 54 seconds.
It's
I
that 54
suggest,
seconds that really gets you.
indeed, especially if we arrive too late. But I believe that we are cruising at the maximum speed that we can cruise that is safe for this vessel. In the meantime, I suggest we continue to do our regular maintenance and observations. If you feel that there is a way that we could potentially spot anyone who's following us, I am open to suggestion.
Can I like rack my con train or like my astronavigational training at the academy to try and find some way to suss out if we're being followed by the Romulans or not?
I mean, you can give me a reason plus science difficulty of 4, assisted by the runabout sensors science.
That is a 12, but difficulty 4, I think.
Could I assist him?
Sure.
So
I'm going to take
we
3
could we
momentum.
could we could we could come up with, okay, yeah, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead and do your roll. Yeah. You take 3 momentum so you can roll 4 die, plus you
Uh-huh.
have the shuttle, plus you have me.
Yeah, and I'm
Yeah.
going to try and see. Would you count this as prideful to a fault?
Are you wanting to spend your determination?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh wow. Okay.
I think it's very important we find out if there's
We're going to
Romulans
do
trying
all this, and then the GM's going to say you're not being followed.
to. Would that be?
I mean, your pride isn't really on the line here, so
I mean, he's wanting to like show that he's like useful and good to Solok, I suppose.
but you would know
I
that finding a cloaked vessel would be incredibly difficult.
and
Okay.
I think that you would know that Solok does fine. You're his commanding officer. You're his superior. So
Very.
he absolutely respects you.
I will roll without the determination. Here is 4 dice.
Oh
That's
yeah,
not.
nice.
That's not terrible. That could have been
Yeah,
worse.
yeah, yeah. GM, can you roll for me, please?
Yeah.
I can roll for you as well.
Or if somebody
Well,
can roll
you
for
don't
me,
have
that'd be
access to
great.
the sheet.
Yeah,
I
I think
do
the GM has
actually.
got to do it.
Just you can roll for the runabout though.
Sure.
Sorry,
What's the
Solok.
runabout crits though?
Never know.
Find the runabout under Navajo. What folder is the runabout under? Ships and crews? No.
No, it's under the Navajo. It's right next to the you should see
The Nashua and the Wabash.
yeah, just pick one of them because the stats are the same.
Okay. And that would be what are they supporting?
Sensor science.
Sensors. Ooh, god.
Good luck. Oh, look at that. You rolled a 1.
That's
Oh,
awesome.
wow.
That's incredible.
You
That's great.
detect nothing on sensors. You you scan every micron. You can pick out every dust, space, the turbulence. You see no cloaked vessels.
Vandar's got like beads of sweat on his forehead as he's like uh, being incredibly meticulous and uh, and just working very hard to do this. And I'd wager he probably does this the entire way to their destination. Before he'll report this along. Been I may be mistaken. There's entirely possible chance that I'm being mistaken, but I'm convinced we're not being followed.
Well, it would seem that your sensor work was thorough. It is only logical to assume that we are not being followed. But we shall take extra precautions, I think.
Agreed.
And I think we're going to wait till we get to the Gemulon colony.
Also agreed.
Okay, you arrive in orbit in the over the Gemulon colony. You see a Federation starship vessel in orbit, the USS Artemis, Excelsior class. They are hailing you.
I believe since you are the higher ranking officer, Commander, you should answer that hail.
As I will, and I do so. This is Commander Van Dyer of the USS Navajo.
Actually, the
Whom I-
USS Natusha.
Yeah.
Was it Nashua? It's Nashua, right?
Yeah, I rolled for Nashua,
Yeah.
so I'll say
Yeah,
one.
Nashua, yeah.
Nashua? How do you want it pronounced, GM?
I believe it's Nashua. It's a Native
Nashua.
American name, just FYI.
Yeah.
It's the name of a river.
Okay.
You
Uh,
couldn't
Yeah.
you couldn't give us the Wabash, right?
Um, you get you're like, this is the USS Artemis. Commander, you're not scheduled to arrive at the Gemulon colony.
Negative. My lieutenant commander and I are on leave at the moment.
I'm a commander, not a lieutenant commander, FYI.
Oh, well, the GM said lieutenant commander.
Yeah, I
earlier,
did
so
earlier. Yeah,
I
I
hate to
forgot.
be the one that breaks this to you.
See,
but
Yeah, I said that earlier.
unforgivable.
Sorry.
Unforgivable.
I think you got a demotion at some
Did I
point.
get
towards
demoted
the
and
end.
I didn't know it?
Sorry. So you're on shore leave, Commander?
Yes, that is correct.
Interesting
To
place
whom
to
am I
take
speaking?
shore leave. Understood.
Sorry, just for my records, to whom am I speaking?
Lieutenant Pierce, sir.
Thank you, Lieutenant Pierce.
Good day,
Are all
Commander.
things good day? And turn off the communication.
Are you beaming down?
Well, I think we could probably do a quick search to see if the Sonia Cruz is anywhere in the area.
Yeah. What kind of is this, a Starfleet colony or some other
Yes, the
organization?
Gemulon colony is a Federation colony.
Okay. I don't see why we can't land then once we do our search.
So yeah, I think we're going to do a scan to see if the Sonia Cruz is in orbit or anywhere in the system.
Mhm.
Your sensors only pick up the currently the Artemis.
It's just the Artemis.
Let's see. Well, we are already here. We might as well search around on the ground for a little bit.
I would like to make a suggestion here. Nashua to USS Artemis.
A few moments pass. Go ahead, Ashua. This is Lieutenant Pierce of the USS Artemis.
I'm interested to know if you've made contact recently with a ship called the Sonia Cruz. I have friends on board or acquaintances on board that ship. Has that ship been in orbit recently in this system or nearabouts anywhere recently?
Hold one moment, and you get a Starfleet logo. Pops up.
Do we get hold music?
No.
Okay.
A few moments pass by. Runabout Ashura. For that information, you need to please dock on board the USS Artemis. Please report on board as soon as possible here. And you
I
see
sort of
the
cock my
Artemis. The Artemis starts. You see on the sensors that the Artemis starts. Kind of maneuvering closer to you.
I
I kind of
suppose we're in trouble
I kind of
now.
cock my eyebrow and look at you, Van Dyer, and I say, it would seem that we are being ordered to board.
It's not often I'm
And
ordered to board a starship.
I say acknowledge. We will dock in your shuttle bay, and I guess we maneuver the vessel around to try and dock in the shuttle bay.
We need to get our story straight first in case they ask us questions.
We are on shore leave. I have been on the Sonia cruise before, and I am wanting to. We heard recently that they were in this area, and I'm wanting to know if they are functioning all right. Nothing more than that.
Very well. Works for me.
And if they happen to know where their destination is going, that is something that also interests us, but only in a passing way.
Hmm. Agreed. Hopefully their interrogation is not too strenuous.
And so we maneuver the vessel to dock at the USS Artemis,
Artemis. Yeah.
a ship that I have obviously know of. I guess we'll put our Starfleet uniforms back on,
Yeah, might as well.
even though we're on shore leave.
Yeah. Can I clock this as hours worked, by the way?
Uh,
Like once
don't
you're off the
really get
clock, if
paid,
someone calls
so
you, you have to.
yeah. There's no money in the 21st century. What are you talking about? So
There's
you
Latinum.
used by most
Other people.
other
I
people.
have always been curious how Starfleet people get Latinum in the shows.
I think barter
They
mainly
barter.
Yes.
or gambling.
Think of it this way. They have technology that allows them to replicate virtually anything. So you replicate that and exchange it for
Well,
Latinum,
that won't
basically.
get you much. It's just everything is if you can trade like you know non-replicatable stuff, then it's
Yeah,
worth more.
that helps
But
too. That helps too.
yeah.
Plus, there's places where clearly, even on the edge of Federation, there's some kind of economy, So there's even Fed worlds that sound like they have economies, but they're still part of the Federation.
A lot of
So
it deals with it. It's never explained, but some
barter.
writers use like either
Just kind of
say,
hand wave.
well, they either hand wave it or they use like a sort of like a credit type system. So,
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. But
um,
clearly, there's ways people get a hold of funds.
yeah. Anyhow, you board the Artemis. You are escorted via security up to the bridge towards the captain's ready room on board the Artemis. And as you enter the captain's ready room, it loads. There we go. Gentlemen, please have a seat.
Of course.
Go ahead and move my token, and I sit next to.
Yes.
Yeah.
A pleasure to meet you, Captain.
Captain Samuel Nolan, USS
Captain Nolan.
Artemis.
Captain, Live long and prosper.
I see. You remember Lieutenant Solak? I don't believe we've met, or sorry, Commander Solak and
Everyone seems to
Commander.
get my rank wrong. Sorry.
You
Sorry.
were Lieutenant Commander the last time we met. No, Commander Van Dyer. Is that correct?
Yes, that is correct.
Yes, Captain. May I present Commander Van Dyer? He is the new executive officer on board the USS Navajo.
Yeah. Commander Burrell is just taking command of the Osprey. She's currently on
That is,
a extended patrol mission at the moment while we hold down the fort.
yes,
What do I owe
So
the pleasure
I'm
of the
told
meeting?
you're asking about the Sonia Cruz.
yes. The Sonia Cruz is a vessel that I had contact with some time ago on a mission. We were on shore leave and we heard that she was in this particular area, and I decided that we should come here to say hello to them, see how they are functioning. Have you seen the Sonia Cruz in this particular area recently?
He kind of puts his looks down at you for a moment, trying to kind of read your body language. With what's the truth, commanders?
I'm sorry, Captain, the truth. You are implying that we are not telling you the truth.
The Sonia Cruz has been flagged as a Maquis vessel.
Really?
Oh,
Interesting.
we were not aware.
The Cardassians had suspected when we engaged with them. How long ago? I'm going to say, was it like a few months ago, GM? Is that like what it was? That
Oh,
they were,
that's been like 7 months ago or something
yeah,
like that.
7 months, yes. That they were Maquis, but they were not able to find Maquis weapons on board the vessel. Now they are flagged as Maquis. Interesting.
Circumstance change, commanders.
So I take it their presence or possible presence in the system is a security threat.
It is.
It's understandable, sir. Obviously, we are not agents or working with the Maquis, if that is your concern.
I would certainly hope not. Otherwise, I'm under orders to arrest both of you.
Well,
And I think Captain
we,
Perone would not be very happy me arresting 2 of his senior officers under suspicion
I,
after you've just been cleared by Starfleet intelligence.
thank you. You can rest assured that that is not our intention. We simply wanted to engage them to see how they were doing and essentially ask them how things were going within the system. They were under significant distress the last time we saw them.
Commander Solak, let's argue this logically. You would not be asking about the well-being of the Sonia Cruz under your own volition unless you had something to gain from the members of the crew members from the Sonia Cruz.
And
Given
logically, what would
your
I have? Oh, sorry, go ahead.
currently our sensors tracked your course from the Lasara station, which I can only assume you went there for personal reasons. So again,
Yes,
I'm asking you, Commander Solak and Commander Van Dyer, please tell me the truth.
we were at Lasara Station, and the Sonia Cruz was mentioned by individuals there, and they said that they were here at the Gemulon system. That is the truth.
They were here a month ago.
Were they in good spirits?
I don't know. Wasn't here a month ago.
I take it based on this that you are currently tracking them or attempting to find them. Is that correct?
That is correct.
And that is
Then
the
I,
purpose of your station here.
No.
I see.
then perhaps we can assist each other, Captain.
How so?
It would seem, based upon what we learned at the Lasara station, that the Sonia Cruz might have information on a particular individual. And this particular individual is of interest to Starfleet intelligence. I, of course, must keep this confidential and top secret since it has not been shared with you.
Go on.
If you are looking for the Sonia Cruz, as we are, then it would help if we would work together to find the Sonia Cruz. That way, you would be able to find them and understand what they're doing, and we would be able to potentially get information about the person of interest.
A win-win to me.
And of course, a logical joining of forces, so to speak.
Commanders, see now you're both here on your own fruition. I am not about to order you or side with you on this, whatever you have going on. My orders are standing, and I intend to follow them to the letter. Do I make myself clear?
You do, sir. May I ask
You are not
specifically
to
what
approach or go near the crew members of the Sonia Cruz. Do I make myself clear?
these orders would be in conflict with what we are engaging in right now, sir?
It's hard to understand what you're trying to engage with, Commander, if you don't actually tell me what's going on in this instead of this hypothetical person that you're saying that Starfleet intelligence would want to know about.
The person is not hypothetical. They are indeed real, sir.
I would like to have a name, Commander.
Out of character. Um, I'm trying to think here.
I'm trying to think of a name.
No, none of a name. Um, we had established that we're concerned about telling Starfleet because we were worried that the communication could get intercepted by the Romulans, right?
Yes.
Now that we're here with Starfleet, right? Other than a Romulan being in the room with us right now, there's no concern.
You never know.
Yeah. There's no concern for that specifically.
I don't know. That plant in the corner could be a Romulan.
What's that?
That plant in the corner
could be Romulan. No, from
Yeah,
from a character's perspective.
I see no reason why we wouldn't tell them.
Mhm.
However,
Yeah.
from an I've seen Star Trek before perspective, there's always the perspective of, the Starfleet isn't always the good guys. Hold on 1 second. I have to take a really quick phone call.
Sure. I'll stay on this, GM, and I'll say, for security reasons, Captain, I cannot give you the name. All I can say is a Vulcan scientist of some renown, and Starfleet intelligence has a strong interest in this Vulcan scientist.
All right, I'm back. So have we determined that we're going to tell them?
So yeah, I told him, I said that Starfleet that we are in pursuit of a Vulcan scientist of renown, and that that I cannot give the name of the individual.
Right.
You see him just kind of like just sigh. Commanders, with all due respect, take your shore leave, take it elsewhere.
Are you saying that the Gemulon system is off limits to us, sir?
No, if you wish to go down and enjoy some of the amenities down there, be my guest. But in terms of whatever mission you're on, personal, I don't want to be anywhere near it. And you are to not approach the Sonia Cruz. Do I make myself clear?
You do, Captain. Thank you. If we are to gain information about the Sonia cruise, though, would you care for us to share it with you?
Of course.
Very well, sir. And I'm going to sit there until he tells us we're dismissed.
Gentlemen, get out of here.
Thank you, sir.
As ordered.
And we stand up and we leave.
Yep. Solid lies pretty well for a Vulcan.
Solok didn't lie.
I suppose that is technically true.
He simply withheld information. That is not lying.
I saw a great line about something about this. I'll have to look
You
it up.
you are escorted back to the runabout to where you depart and find yourselves back on board.
Kind of sitting there in the runabout, and I kind of look at Van Dyer and I say, it would seem that things have changed with the Sonia cruise in recent months.
It certainly would, considering they seem to be Maquis now.
It was always the suspicion that they were Maquis. It was logical that they would be Maquis, but now it is known to Starfleet. If we are to make contact with them, we would be in violation of our orders.
Direct violation, in fact. Well,
My apprehension about telling the captain about my mother stems from the knowledge that if Starfleet were to get more directly involved, there would be less tact with getting her to cooperate, and certainly more of an extraction rather than a negotiation.
yes, that is particularly likely. It's probably best we avoid that.
So therefore, the only logical course of action is to go down to Gemulon and see if we can find someone who has seen the Sonia cruise.
Correct. Considering this is a common port of call, it would seem that they would have people down there.
But if we are wandering around asking about the Sonia cruise, we could be spending nearly a lifetime. There are many people on the Gemulon colony.
That is true. Additionally, however, asking people about the Sonia cruise does not go against orders. He simply said we cannot
Don't approach
speak
it.
with the Sonia cruise
That's
Yeah.
yours.
specifically.
That's mine.
Of course, it will be difficult to get information from the Sonia cruise.
$10 card or whatever.
Oh, sorry, there's background noise.
Yeah,
Hot Mike Vogel.
that is true. What is the
Sorry.
population of the colony? Is it like pretty big or
Well, it's a
Um,
colony. It's like thousands of people.
It's
Yeah.
closer to about at this point in time, probably around 5,000-6,000. It's growing at a rapid rate, but Starfleet's pumping a lot of resources to the colony. So
Hmm. Hmm.
There could possibly be information about it, a manifest, when it arrived and where it was headed next.
That
But
is
that
true.
information would be available to the Artemis as well.
Additionally, searching for this information would tell the Artemis of our plans to disregard the orders.
Hmm. Knowing where the ship is and making contact with the ship are two different things.
That is true. Hmm. Adds a complication to the mix. We
The
did
first
not
course of
expect-
action is to go down to the colony and see if we can find people that can assist us.
Yes. However,
That
I
is
was
what
not
we shall
expecting
do.
to be working against a member of Starfleet or trying to work around a member of Starfleet during this. Interesting.
So I think that's what we're going to do, GM. We're going to go down to Gemulon and we're going to see if we can find people that know what happened to the Sonia cruise and where it's headed.
Mhm.
You beaming down or you taking the runabout down?
We'll take the runabout down.
Yeah, I don't see why not.
You set the runabout down. Kind of a feel that there's no one,
Mhm.
and it's a little bit of a hike to the colony. Uh, yeah, you make your way.
I mean, theoretically, we should also be asking about your mother here as well, because for all we know, they offloaded her here.
Well, they had information about her. They didn't have her necessarily. That's
I thought it
the.
was that she boarded the
Did she?
Sony
Did
Cruise
we
and
have it
showed
that we had that she was boarding the Sonia cruise, or that they had information about her, GN?
I don't think you ever asked that question.
I thought we did. I thought that was where we got the connection to the Sonia Cruise was that um Solak asked
He said there was
whatever
a
the
Vulcan talking
Mhm.
with the crew members of the Sonia cruise.
Yeah.
Never said that she departed with them.
Yeah, exactly. And we don't even know if it's a Vulcan. It could have been a Romulan that they were talking to. So it's a pretty, it's a pretty thin
vague
lead, but it's something, you know.
is true. Yeah, I suppose the Sonia Cruise itself would be the only
It's the only lead we
way we
got.
know. Yeah.
That's all we're
Are you
doing right now. We're chasing down a lead. We don't know if we're actually getting close to her, right?
right? So where do you want to start looking?
Well, logically, the dock masters, the taverns. Those are usually places. Taverns are usually the location of the individuals from the Sonia cruise would go. I suggest we start there.
Agreed.
So I guess we go to a local sort of watering hole type thing that individuals would congregate in after they've landed or come down to the colony.
This is when we discover it's a dry colony.
You approach one of the dock masters. You gotta. Are you in your Starfleet uniforms or are you back in civilian clothing?
I'm going to say that we're in civilian clothing at this point.
Kind of
Yes.
looks at the two of you like, you need something?
Yes, we are looking for individuals that we know. They were on board a ship referred to as the Sonia Cruise. They were here roughly a month ago. Did you have contact with them?
Yeah, they offloaded some supplies.
Do you happen to know where their next destination was?
Didn't ask. A couple Starfleet officers asked me that a couple weeks ago.
Indeed, we are aware that Starfleet is looking for the Sonia Cruise as well.
Well, some of them went to a new joint in town.
All right, we're
The
back.
new joint?
It's started by a Ferengi.
Does the Ferengi have a name?
His name's Krax.
Prax.
Correct.
Do you
Calls
know?
it-
familiar to you
Can
at
you?
all?
Okay. Sorry,
He
go
just
ahead.
looks at the two of you. It's like, what?
Is that name familiar to you at all, Solak?
No, I do not believe I've met a Crax, but at least it is a next step for us. Can you please point us in the direction of Crax's establishment?
The flashy glowing lights, though, He has sort of a bit of a dress code. He runs a theme joint. Thinks it helps us. He has a flair for the 1930s Earth for whatever reason.
Interesting.
He
Very,
asks his patrons to dress appropriately.
I
very well.
see.
Thank you.
I,
You've been very cooperative.
Just nods. Does your ship need any maintenance, or are you good?
Not at present, but if we do require maintenance, you will be the individual that we go to.
I say we return to the runabout and get attired.
I agree with you. So I think we're going back to the runabout. We'll use the replicator there to create 1930s period suits.
Hmm.
I
Don't forget the
think
fedoras.
I think you should probably avoid a hat, Van Dyer, unless we want
Whatever
to put
for.
unless we want to put two holes in the hat.
I'll simply replicate it with the holes.
We could do that. Good point.
Don't want to be turned away for being period inappropriate.
That's true.
Though why this Ferengi has an obsession with 1930s Earth is beyond me.
We shall soon find out.
I suppose we shall. They will. I guess we'll head out now that we're dressed.
Okay, well, I'm gonna cut to the captain.
Uh huh.
Klingon.
The captain's not Klingon.
Yeah, he's going to be hugging one soon though.
You're just jealous.
Very.
It's been a day, Captain, as your family is in the kitchen, including your lovely wife, on meal prep for tonight's dinner. Occasionally, you hear, some scrawling from your Klingon wife, and the other family members going, kind of in an uproar, like, no, no, can't, stir this way. You're burning the fish. That sort of.
All right. Is that where my token is? That where Perone is hanging out with his brother?
Yes. As your sister, mother, and grandmother kind of pushed you out of the kitchen.
Well, Pepe, do you think Miranda will survive the ladies of our family?
She's got spirits. I think she will. Come now, brother. Tell me of your adventures.
Oh, I'd hardly call them adventures. I did get into a fight with a couple of Gorn recently. It worked out pretty good.
Is that how you got those scars?
Yeah. One of them got in a lucky swipe. Took them both out with a batlet that was a hard said a gift from my chief engineer, but he procured it for me or replicated it. We had been we'd been at some trade negotiations where I ran into Morana's ex fiance. I thought it was at least a possibility it was going to turn into a fight. So had Mr. Solar create me a batlet, but interestingly enough, it didn't turn out to be a fight. It's probably good. Always best to avoid a fight when you can and win when you can't.
Well, just glad you're safe. And you showed those Gorn a little Sicilian hospitality.
Well, kind of hospitality they won't be coming back from. But they were playing for keeps, and so was I. Things got pretty tense out there for a while. It's good to be home where things are slightly slower. So how are things here at home? You still go fishing every day?
When I get the chance, uh, I do. Though I've had to do a little bit more upkeep on the house lately, remodeling the upstairs bedrooms. So
No, your wife is not finally giving you grandchildren, is she?
I would only be so lucky. But she's young and spirited, so she's finding the house a little empty. So is Mama. She's She keeps nagging that her two boys won't be haven't had any grandchildren for her to spoil.
Oh well. I suppose next time I visit I'll bring her newest grandson. You know, it's funny. I faced down a pair of Gorn with with nothing but a batleth in my hands, and fought the Cardassians during the war. Married a Klingon. None of that's really scared me. I have no idea what I'm doing as a father. How'd you figure it out?
I just did. And I still don't know to this day. Tell me, how did you two get married?
When I remember, I will tell you.
Oh, it's one of those incidents, huh?
We had been on Kronos. This was. I can't remember even how long it's been. Oh, much earlier in my career, been 8 years or so, which would tell you how old my son is. Um, had gone to a diplomatic function, but Klingons diplomatic functions always involve blood wine. I I barely remember meeting her, but it came back when I saw her in DS9 a few months ago. The son was a surprise. Of course, more surprising is the fact that she had been trying to contact me for years. But someone has been involved in keeping us apart. I don't know if it was the ex fiance who was quite put out by the whole thing, or someone else in the house. Mysteries to be solved, I suppose.
Um, just as you're kind of talking about, you hear like a knock at the door. I pulled out 3 engineering supporting characters, so you guys could feel free to play along.
Well, get up and answer the door. He doesn't get a chance to answer the door in his own house much anymore. Well, welcome.
So everyone wants
I
to
see at
play
least a few.
Cox, Froten, and Archambault.
I'll play Rochambeau. Archambault, I've played her before.
Oh, sure, take the Rambo character.
Of course. She's legendary for what happened down in engineering.
Well, just stand on the stoop, come in. We'll step back so they can get in.
Drop gig in there.
Okay. Now, GM, have you DM'd us some info?
I mean, they're supporting characters, so they've all been kind of invited by the captain to
Oh,
for
that's
a
right.
dinner
Yeah.
for
Well,
those who are available.
Yeah, the badass of engineering had to come down here and have some like a real Italian cooked food. That's what they say. That's pretty rare stuff.
I'm very happy that Archambault has become a fan favorite.
She is awesome.
Welcome, everyone.
Thanks.
This is my brother, Pepe. Pepe, this is one of my helmsmen. Is Gig one of my helmsmen? Or is I get the oh no, he's
Gig is
security.
security.
I get the yeah, I get the Tellarites confused. One of my security officers.
Just don't say they all look the same.
I artfully avoided that. Gig and Mr. Cox and Miss Archambault, amazingly enough, who was an engineer, with a bent for. No, we gonna have you see you transfer to security after that show. After that show you put on in engineering a while back.
No, sir, but the show is always available. But I'd rather stay in engineering. Knox
Well,
already tried to recruit me. I told her no.
that is where you belong.
But I appreciate the vote of confidence.
Maybe you should move to security. Get a few scars on you. It'll help the looks a little bit.
I agree.
Everyone, make yourselves comfortable. I believe I can't remember if I remembered to tell you or not, Pepe, that I invited my crew to get a real meal. Nice break from replicated food for a change. And Nona generally cooks for an army, whether she has one in the house or not. Might as
Right.
well have one in the house.
Plenty of food to go around.
Well, I really appreciate the invite, Captain.
Well, I appreciate all each and every one of you. You are part of one of the best crews I've worked with. You make me look good. That's all a captain can ask for, is a crew that learns from him and makes him look good.
Absolutely. Yeah, she'll sit down. I mean, this is like an awesome place. She can see it's like a family home. How long has this place been in your family?
Well, several hundred years. It is the family land. Of course, the fishing boats are down by the dock. We and the olive grove is out back. Can't be a real Sicilian if you don't grow your own olive oil.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
I'll be sure to. We'll feed you well tonight, and then be sure to hold off the next physical fitness test for a couple of weeks.
That'd be great.
I have some pull with the ship's captain. Of course the XO. We don't know about him yet. He's coming
He's
along
been,
nicely.
so far he's I don't know, he seems a good sort. I handled crisis well, right?
And he didn't break the ship in our last engagement. It's always important.
That's true. That's true.
You guys actually got a lot less, fewer scars on, there's fewer scars than the old gal than I expected. I did set you guys out there to be bait after all.
We did pretty well as bait, sir. We got their attention, it seemed.
Well, while you're down here, perhaps you're welcome. We've got plenty of room. You're welcome to spend the night. And then Peppy and I can go out and see how well you bait your own hook.
You you're going fishing.
Well, yes.
Okay, I've never done that before, but yeah, yeah, that's with a hook and line and all that.
Well, that's how it's done. Gotta put fresh food on the table. Uh, My mama and Nona, they don't believe in putting replicated food on the table. Everything you will eat tonight would be fresh from the garden or fresh from the sea.
Well, I'm looking forward to this.
That'll be fun. They give you an opportunity to be on a ship where I'm not the captain. Yeah. My brother
Wow,
Pepe here, he is the master salesman in the family.
Huh. With any luck, I'll turn all of you into hardy fishermen.
for the first time, Archon, yeah, she's got a bit of a horrified look on her face. Like she's kind of just realized what she's gotten herself into. But yeah, like surprise, like oh wow, yeah, I'm actually gonna learn how to do this.
Just don't throw Gig overboard. I don't think he can swim.
I can outswim all of you.
Are you sure? There's no mud to wallow in the Mediterranean. Just clear blue water, straight down to the bottom.
I don't understand how anyone can live in this luxury, as you call it. It's too clean for me.
Too clean, is it? Peppy, I believe we have our volunteer for cleaning the catch tomorrow. I'm
I'm not
fairly
afraid of a little guts and innards.
well. Hopefully, you can handle a paring knife without slicing off a finger.
A weapon's a weapon in expert hands, Captain.
But in this case, it's not a weapon, but a tool.
Tool, weapon, it's all the same to me.
Excellent. I actually don't know where to go with this conversation.
As you're, having, conversation, you hear another knock at the door.
Ron will go answer the door. Captain Kier, you made it.
I did indeed. Thank you for the invite.
Oh, come in, come in. Captain Kier, this is my brother Pepe Peron. Pepe, this is the captain of the USS Akatsuki. Rayla Kier, a fine colleague. And a
Pleasure to meet
cunning
you.
captain. Of course, she was leading the away team mission where I got these scars, so if we don't blame the Gorn, we have to blame her.
Erica will stand up. She probably stood up the moment that she came in. Was she in uniform or is she dressed as pictured? Okay. Would Erica recognize her on sight, or is that just another command and too far away from her world?
I don't know. Kier has been on the Navajo a time or two.
Yeah, that she know what she looks like. So she did sort of stand up when you came in. She was caught off guard by that. Good to see you, ma'am.
Good to see you as well.
Well, make yourselves comfortable. Can I get anyone a glass of wine? It's one of the few things we don't make here, but I'm sure we have
It's not
something suitable in the wine cellar.
it's not synthahol, it's like real wine.
Yeah, the ladies that run this house, are vehemently opposed. You won't find a replicator in here at all. They go down to the market for the things that we don't grow and buy the wine at the local vineyards. It's one of the things I like about coming home. It's a step back in time.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, I'll go for whatever you recommend. I've never had real wine before.
Oh, perfect
Interesting.
then, says Prone Sister. Looks like everyone made it.
We have everyone. This is my sister Lucia. Lucia, these are some of the officers of my crew and the captain of the Akatsuki. He gestures back to Kier.
She gives a warm
I
smile to everyone. Dinner will be ready shortly if all of you want to take a seat. There's plenty of room for everyone.
Excellent. And everything in the kitchen is going okay.
Her eyes get wide, like, and then she just gives that slight little smile, like, it could be better.
Yeah. Just remember that many of the foods where Morena comes from are served live.
As I am aware.
Think of it like pasta that fights back.
Well, now we have a lovely dish prepared for everybody. I hope all of you do enjoy it.
I am definitely looking forward to it.
Oh, your
Very-
wife made your meal especially for you, David. I really hope you like it.
I'm sure I will. Prone thinks to himself, wonder how much cooking training do Klingon warriors get anyway? Prone will lead everyone into the dining room, then excuse himself to go get a couple of bottles of wine.
Can I, because since I'm in scene, can I ask a role play question to Solok's player?
Oh, I have no idea what Solok is playing right now. Solok is actually troubleshooting a Wi-Fi issue.
Okay. Can I ask you a real quick question?
Sure.
Did you
Appropriate for
have
an engineer.
Yeah.
basic background points for Erica? Did you have
Oh,
any?
no. I don't even. Did I even make Erica? I think Erica was like pre-made before I ever got involved. I think the only thing with
No,
Erica that I did is that.
you made the
What?
character. I just made the token and image.
You just made the token, yeah. I mean, the only thing with her that I've ever done, and I think several people have played her, is that she's always trying to get Vogel to do something more adventurous. That
Okay.
was like the main element with her. That and she finds Solok to be kind of weird. Like Solok is just and then Solok is a really tough boss to work for. Um,
Right. Well, it's
yeah,
impossible to work for
yeah.
Vogel.
Like, but
You
but
either love
she
it or you hate it.
he's got really high standards, and she seems to consistently meet those high standards, even though she's an ensign, so she's pretty young.
Okay. Okay, I'll whip up the rest of her background. I have an idea for her, so that I think it'll work. So
Oh, and she kicks ass. I mean, she
I
like
think I've got all that covered in her background. So which hasn't been discussed, but I think think you guys will like it.
A recently discovered talent of hers.
No, I'm basing everything off of what's been role played, and that just put a bunch of stuff in clarity. So, why is she here? Well, she's adventurous. Now she's signed on to do fishing trips. So, she's got some qualities now I can wrap my head around for a scene. So, thank you.
Good picks. All right, then get everyone seated. Like I said, Perone will go down and get a couple bottles of fine Chianti.
Just imagine there's another table and chairs too. So
Plenty of room for everyone at the old house.
but we'll just say um the four ladies of the house, they all bring out variety of different dishes, forms of different pasta, appetizers. Um, glass wines are brought out to or wine is poured into. Yeah, so everyone can.
For Italians who drink wine with every meal. Maybe not breakfast. And we're not Germans.
Right.
We're not
It's
Germans, and it's not beer.
it's usually beer and it's warm. So
Step over to Morana. Say, Morana, did you enjoy the day with my mother and grandmother?
it was a pleasure. And you can see she's visibly agitated.
He will store that away for conversation later. It's slightly different cooking than I know you're used to. But I don't see any bruises, and we haven't had to call paramedics, so it must have gone at least partially well.
Your mother is quite instructive, husband.
Oh, yes, she is. Will I find your mother any different?
Unfortunately, you'll have to meet her in Stovercore.
And what about your father? What does he think about your human husband?
That is for a conversation for later. Please eat. I have endured hardships making you this fish dish.
Many thanks. I've been anticipating home cooked food since we entered the quadrant, since we entered the sector. I'm sure it will be. Well, I know it will be fantastic. And Perone will take a seat and next to Morana and look and see what delicacy she has made for him.
Um, I am not familiar with. It's sort of like it's a grilled fish. That's been you know cut up a bit. With uh angel hair pasta and a bit of sort of cream sauce with it. And then there's fine basil over it and.
So the real question is how well did Morana do with following instructions?
It looks presentable, but give me insight plus. Cooking is a science, so give me a insight plus science difficulty of 1.
All right. Insight science. I would agree that it is a science. It's also an art.
I would agree with it as well. That is a science.
I will roll flat and see if I get lucky. I get lucky.
It's cooked. It's a little it probably would be undercooked a bit. But you notice
Huh.
there's no, parasites in the meal. So
Hey, she's not trying to kill me. That's good. Yeah, Perone's just gonna engage in small talk. I don't know what to do with this scene. Mostly, see, he wants to sit back and watch and kind of observe and see how well Mirana's getting along with the other ladies of the house. I mean, they didn't kill each other.
That's good.
as the dinner goes on, you notice that your uh, wife, uh, kind of looks at her food, like tries, eats it with the fork. Uh, has terrible table manners. You can visually see your sister and your mother and grandmother looking at her, kind of going like, uh, "Really?" um, as it goes on, she finishes her meal, and she kind of looks a bit perplexed and almost irritated.
Something wrong?
It is nothing.
Well, for the
But
rest of our
as
guests, did you enjoy your meal?
it was adequate.
I think Ron will wait till after the dinner is over, and then he will probably take Miranda for a walk. Chefalu is on the beach. Just go down to the beach.
As you take your, to get ready to get up and leave, um, you notice like the other groomers, like they kind of talk, drink wine. You noticed Captain Kier get up and kind of tells everyone thank you for the meal. She wished she could stay longer. She has to go. Has prior engagements here on Earth to deal with. Hopes to maybe get to know everyone again in the future. And she leaves.
The rest of the folks from my crew are welcome to spend the night here in the house. We'll take them fishing the next day, and
No, it
you
was
can
an
take.
incredible meal. Thank you. I've not really had anything like this before in terms of everything was sourced.
Thank you.
Sorry, go ahead.
Pros would say we thank you. I said it's good to get away from the replicators.
Froten says, I've actually never had human food before.
Well, and what did you think of at least this particular variety of human food?
I thought it was excellent, Captain.
That is generally the safe way to answer that question in a Sicilian man's home.
Yes, I did the research before coming over, sir.
Of course, many of those stories are exaggerated.
Are vendettas real?
Yes.
They don't seem exaggerated to me then.
Many people are we like to balance the scales when we're robbed. Some people call it vendetta. We would call it justice.
Hmm.
Well, if everyone would excuse us, Lady Morana and I need to walk off this night. One of the downsides of eating real food is you got to walk it off later. And
We'll uh
the GM doesn't know to the scene either.
no. I'm gonna reuse the scene. From the Akatsuki game. It's what I'm going to do.
Aha.
Apparently,
Budget cuts.
yep, budget cuts.
Budget cuts, man.
I just forgot to put the ocean stones in the scene. You know, the autoplay when it loads.
Just play some Beach Boys music.
Right.
I don't know if this would go. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, it's not it's not unlike, you remember, like the old Buck Rogers show or the original Battlestar Galactica, where you saw the same space combat scenes over and over and over again.
I mean, it worked, you know?
It worked.
So,
We were not that picky as an audience back then. I'm like, yep,
hmm
seen this fight before.
Exactly.
okay.
Now that we're away from the
Yep, you make your way down towards the beach area. You see some individuals, catching some waves, surfing, since the weather is nice.
hey, climate control. It's a climate controlled planet. The weather is always nice. Perone says to Morena, okay, we're away from the house. How did the day really go?
Perhaps our wedding is not a good idea.
Why do you say this? Besides, it's already happened.
Clearly, it was a mistake.
All right. What did Nona say?
That is the third dish I made today for you. The other two were inadequate. I clearly cannot attend to your needs. You should find a proper mate.
Dang.
Morena, if I wanted a wife that would cook and clean a house for me, I'd have married a human woman. I want a woman I can go on adventures with, stand on the deck of a starship with, live life. I'm fairly certain I can do those things with you.
Our cultures are too different.
Well, they are very different on the surface. But are we that different? Tell me you don't love being on the bridge of a starship, seeing what's out there, outsmarting your enemies, whether it's in combat or negotiation or whatever means.
I do what I must for Lorak. There are things you don't know about within my house. If I were to continue with this, then there will be no more House of Morvek.
Is your wedding to a human that scandalous?
If I were to marry you, I will no longer be part of my house. And such, my son will not inherit the titles of Lord of Morvek when my father passes.
Why? You cannot be the first Klingon woman to marry someone who is not Klingon.
There has been only a few, and those women were exiled from the Empire.
Then how do we make you the exception?
There is no exception. It is Klingon law and tradition. I have consulted
Oh,
with many within the house and with friends. In truth, my father is not of the right mind anymore, and I have been secretly running the house. I cannot walk away from this duty.
Nor would I expect you to. But there has to be a ritual. I mean, your culture has rituals for a great number of things. There has to be a ritual that would let me be accepted into the family and allow you to keep your place.
You would have to forsaken your own house, the Federation, and your career. Not to mention, you would have to challenge my father to a duel to the death. For one which I do not wish to see happen.
Would not, from the way you describe your father, it wouldn't be an honorable combat anyway. If he is unable to manage the affairs of his house.
And Lorak is not ready yet to lead the house. He is not of age. And even then, he is met with scrutiny because of his heritage.
Klingon culture, when a Klingon woman in your position, if she were to marry a Klingon man, what would happen to her house if she is the eldest?
I would go to that belong to that house.
See, and what would it take for, say, someone not born of Kronos to found his own house?
That is easier said than done. No outsider has ever started their own Klingon house. Titles are given to you by the Emperor or the Klingon High Council. You must have land, ships, and money.
And as a Starfleet captain, I don't have any of those things. The house here is when I joined Starfleet, my brother inherits the house. And I don't think the lands here would count.
They must reside within the Empire. Unless you conquer them.
Well, Starfleet would frown upon me taking my ship and conquering lands. I'm sure there's a regulation or two against it. I guess the question really leads, Moran, is what do you want? Do you want to be my wife? Do you want to make this work? Whether it's difficult or not is not the question. What do you want?
All I want is for Lorak to take his rightful place as heir of House Morvek. I am the last living sibling of my father, the last living child of my father. My two brothers have died in battle, and my elder sister died when I was but a youngling.
What of Lorak? Are you prepared for him to continue to be raised without his father?
He has endured this long.
And do you think that's what's best for the boy?
He has several male role models he looks up to.
I am 38 years in Starfleet. I can retire at any time. Do you want to be my wife? Do you want me to be the father to our child?
You can tell she's hesitating on answering that question when, as she reaches into her cup, like you hear a communication come in. Pardon. She kind of walks off and starts having a conversation with whoever is on the other, end. Do you wish to listen in?
Yeah. He'll listen, unless she is making it obvious that it's she's trying to hide it.
She is trying to hide it. But you can give me an insight, security or con. Difficulty 2.
No, I'll take con. Difficulty 2. Hey, I'll spend that momentum. I guess it was good that I spent it.
You don't make out a lot of it. It is in Klingon, but from what you get is you hear like, uh, you know, they have to go. The house has been called to battle. As she ends the communication, she puts her communicator away. Apologies, we'll have to have this conversation later. I must go. Duty calls.
I understand. Answer the question.
She just stops for a moment. So we meet again. And she walks off. And she gives a signal and is beams out.
Yeah, probably just take his time getting back to the house. Since he has other guests.
Alright, I'm gonna cut back to
I'm going to actually have to jump off because of dinner.
I'm gonna end it real quick. I just wanna do
Sure.
this
No problem.
real quick scene.
War were declared.
And all I
As
wanted was free gum.
Solok and Van Dyer, you enter into a bar.
Mhm.
As you see a Ferengi at the end of the bar, with two girls wrapped around his arms, and he's smoking a cigar.
I see where the fascination with the 30s comes from then.
We approach the Ferengi.
As you head up towards the Ferengi, we will call this the end of Blood and Wine Part 2.